Like, comment, and subscribe.
You're a sun and your idea are like flowers, all right? Now, you look at the sunlight, right? The rays, yeah, they keep you warm, but if you focus the rays with a magnifying glass, just like a thought, you can burn through any obstacle. And that's how I want to start with. Like, the sun is rising and your thoughts need to rise to your higher self. Number one, this is from yesterday. I was like, bro, this is so good. Birth of an idea. The idea of the new self, higher self. This self is like closer to God. The higher self will have an idea attached to it. I'm successful, nice car, wife, kids, whatever. It'll be a shadowy idea. You water the idea, you guard the idea, you smile at the idea, you notice the idea within other ideas. That's synchronicity. Then comes the part everyone messes up on, and you're going to explain to me why. The part where the idea goes from shadow to form, where the elements combine through the quintessence of spirit. And this power level changing is what makes people freak out, because you are now worried of keeping the idea and not losing the idea. You identify with the idea. This attachment to the idea is a negative one and will accelerate fear of loss of your higher nature that's unfolding. Attachment to the idea should never occur. So you're watering this idea stuff, it's growing, I'm doing great in life. But as soon as you attach to it, Jung says this is very bad. Yeah. It's your ever-growing rose that is nurtured through the phases of life. Do your daily tasks without attachment to the idea. So this isn't you thinking of your successful life all day. This is morning, when you're eating, you have a memory. Before bed, people have different routines, right? Let it go and let it grow. Your success in life, in other words, unity to your higher self, this higher idea, is fucking inevitable. But I want to know what makes people, like, I've noticed so many times in my life, someone's doing great in life and they just go back. Nothing happens. They're getting rewarded, more money, everything. Even me yesterday, I had one glass of wine and I said, you know what? I'm not an alcoholic, but why don't we just fucking get smashed today? One glass fucked me up. I'm really still tired. Yeah. But I remember thinking, I'm like, I'm doing great, so I'm not going to go do a stupid party weekend or anything. But what's stopping me? And then I thought of my friends or my old self, and I'm like, a lot of times nothing bad happened. I got more money, everything's going great, and I still... Look, what makes people go back to their habits, even if they're doing better and they see better as working? I know it has to be trauma from their younger self. It's got to be a crack.
Familiarity. If you grow up in that environment, an environment where it's incredibly traumatic and abusive and whatever it may be, neglectful maybe, the mind doesn't pursue happiness, it doesn't pursue fulfillment, it pursues familiarity. If that's the world that you grew up in, you created the conditions for yourself, you created a structure and understanding of the world where you will aspire towards that. So somebody like yourself drinking wine, that is where you're more comfortable. It's sort of this degeneracy, this sort of deviancy.
Is it the bottle? Is it the baby bottle, the wine?
What do you mean?
Like, I want to be a kid. Give me my milk.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. We don't typically associate alcohol with an oral fixation. I'd be more concerned about what kind of upbringing you had that made you that you seek to pursue and you're more comfortable in that environment?
Because alcohol would be the disruptor. You want to shake the world. So, hey, if I'm like, here's how I always seen alcohol. Well, I don't care if I did dumb shit. I was drunk. It wasn't me.
Yeah,
it was that guy.
Yeah.
That's why I think alcohol is so much fun. Because I'm like, dude, you could just fucking blame. How's that me, bro? I didn't lose that fight. That was Percocet. That's like a great fucking mindset that'll ruin you, right?
There's something to be said for the type of drug or alcohol that you're most attracted to. It says something about you as a person. People who take like hallucinogens and things like that are grappling with identity crises. Whereas somebody who takes alcohol, obviously it's a depressant. There's some part of your life that you're trying to depress, or you're trying to make reflect some part of your personality, right? If your temperament is one of depression, you will seek that in alcohol. You're not going to aspire towards cocaine as sort of the opposite of that.
And that's for me. It was working in nightclubs. Everyone's doing all these drugs, and I remember thinking to myself, why are they doing all those ones? What if you get cracked in the face? Shouldn't you be alert? Bro, this guy looks aggressive. I'm only gonna stay with the alert ones, and I'm like, whoa, that all rooted from fear. No liquor for me, no this for me. And it eventually turned into all of them. But it starts with, I want to be alert. Or I remember, dude, it's like, I get on Twitch. The first year I'm eating bands and shit. My money's going down and shit. I'm like, fuck, life's expensive, bro. This sucks. Like, even when I make shit, I have to give it away to, you know how it goes. And I remember I went to a TwitchCon party and I'm like, okay, here's me 1 year, no party life, nothing stupid. And yeah, I got the viral, but it went away and blah, 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 all that shit that happens. And then I remember at the party where everyone, I don't want to say names, but all my favorite friends and streamers, not all, but 90% have orange bottles. They're holding this. This is like before I even met Heel Mike. So I'm like, what is this orange bottle? And it's like none of them do drugs except that Adderall one. And I'm like, what? Who is the content creator who's not on shit? And it felt like, whoa. I felt like everyone's
pill bottles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like prescription, bro. And they're popping them like Tic Tacs. Yeah, exactly. And in a photo, yeah. And I remember they're bigger though. In America, they give you this much, not like Canada, like this much. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, this is that Lance Armstrong effect where nobody's natty, and I freaked the fuck out. But it's not because, Addy makes their better content and stuff. These guys are all on Addy because something in their childhood, like they're performers because they didn't get, they want their parents' love is what they say, right? Like, hey, I'm a fucking, like those guys who are like, Zherka, it's been months. Why don't you go to the US and soak up the attention? I'm like, the attention's finance to me, right? So if you're feeding me a bunch of money, the attention can wait. But these guys don't give a fuck. They just say, hey, welcome, smash my like button to the YouTube. They're performative because they need to be every day. And usually they don't have fucking parents in the picture or anything like that.
But you see how every drug you take serves a purpose. With Adderall, maybe it's more obvious, but other drugs you take as well. Would you agree with me that hallucinogens are meant to mask some loss of identity or some pursuit of another identity?
I feel like if I see someone take any substance, they're only inflating the persona, not their self. My persona is not popular enough. I better do this. Because nobody cares about being popular when they're fucking at home, but they're in public and they go, well, I better have that drink and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are they growing there? What are they feeding? The persona. Persona is just the you that is in the collective. So how you compromise with society. So my persona,
I
I'll say
would
this,
take it.
my persona, I don't know if I can even fucking pinpoint it, but if I hit live, I go, oh my God, I'm being that streamer that, hey guys, you know, that boring motherfucker? And I go, grab that fucking mask and put some energy into your words. But that's a persona too, because I wasn't just like that 5 minutes ago. I gotta put on a fucking energy show, you know?
I'm surprised you wouldn't say though that alcohol is the personification of the shadow. I'm surprised that you'd go to the persona. Isn't the whole pursuit of getting drunk in order to unleash the shadow? It's sort of
Well,
a way
I
to.
would. I never talk about the shadow because if you're talking about your shadow, you're not talking about the shadow, and the shadow's not always bad things. It can be
You
some
cannot
okay.
talk about your shadow, but you can project your shadow, and you can project it through substance use too.
It's all projected in the persona, like that kid who wants to be fucking
John,
popular.
can I say 95, actually, I would say 100% of my clients, any issues they deal with, every counseling session that I've done in the last 5 years, plus the 8 years of education, it's always been projection or reaction formation.
Oh
Now that
yeah,
we go defense.
and what
Are
they
you feel? Are you?
projecting, they're projecting into that mask. Because, bro, for my guys who I see one-on-one, they go, holy fuck. So some of them can't delete social media, so I start them with locking comments so they're not Twitter. You know Twitter beefs. You like I respond to someone in good faith. They give me bad faith, and I like waste a bunch of time, waste a bunch of energy and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I gotta lead by example here. And because I'm that kind of guy who unlocks my comments, locks them back up, makes a bunch of money, unlocks them again. And then I'm like, every time I unlock it, it's like I'm wasting fucking time there. I should lead by example. And I'm like, these guys, before you delete media, lock it. And they feel this ease because that mask of media, first of all, it's not even fucking paying these guys. So why the fuck are they spending that much time on Twitter, right? Like the perfect example of a healthy mind with social media. I don't know all of their stuff. Diminish and Dead Hex have never beefed anyone on Twitter. They literally go grab the money and go back to what they're doing. They don't. Whereas
Because their life is outside of social media. Whereas if you create a life within social media, that's where the conflict needs to happen.
Bro, other admins, even if they're not, especially when they're not influencers, will be beefing the whole world on Twitter. Diminish and Dead Hex. So even Diminish when he's a fucking 18 young, he's never once gone back and forth on Discord with someone. He just looks at the structure. Did they say something illegal? And then I'm like, bro, I should be like that. I should, you know what I mean, Hex? Like, I don't think Hex has ever spent energy. I don't know how he does it in his personal life, but I mean, I don't think he's ever spent energy that way. And I'm like, if you look at the persona as the word social media, oh my God, when you delete all your socials, I remember losing Instagram and it was fucking life changed. It was great. I still haven't unlocked my Instagram that I can unban it right now, but I'm like, what the fuck? All the social media goes into the persona. It's like who you are and then who you are for the world, the mask. And I'm like, dude, when that mask disintegrates, you're crushed. Oh, I'm not this guy. I'm not.
Probably the most dangerous thing you can do for yourself because you build an identity around that persona because it's reinforced. It's projective identification. I think we've talked about this, where you project an idea into the world and then the world starts to identify with that idea. But what you're projecting in this case is the persona. Extremely dangerous. You're buying into your own bullshit effectively.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.